Adventures.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's been about a few weeks since I put the video in from like week six. So I figured I did mention it was either week 5 or week 6 that I was gonna like record footage every single week because all you're really gonna be doing is just seeing me eating the same stuff and talking about the same thing. I know it kind of boring, so I figured every few weeks. 3 to 4 weeks. So this is actually the end of week 10 that I'm into this. So the next video will be week 13, and that will be kind of like the quarter mark of this. So, and after that, we just kind of keep it every 3 weeks of how things are going. Plus week 13, since it will be the quarter mark, I will kind of see where I'm at after 13 weeks, because I think. Yeah, because if we do it by quarterly, we'll do it like how I'm looking or feeling and all that, whatever. Do photos of before and after. So the first 13 weeks, yeah, because I think the first 13 weeks would be just me of just eating, just a clean eating part. And then from week 14 up till 26 will be, I'll start incorporating some working, some weight training in there. And then from like 27 to 39 will be weight training, some cardio with like DPY yoga, which I used to do, which I enjoyed, and continue all the way to week 52. So just the first 15 weeks now is just more just the eating part. Clean. I actually have to say, I thought it was gonna be really hard to this point. It really hasn't. I've been eating a lot of like the same stuff for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but just kind of rotating towards not the same exact thing every week. So for instance, like on week 7, that actually week was kind of rough because so my breakfast for that whole week was I baked eggs with some chopped up potatoes, and for some reason, I don't know if it was the eggs or the potatoes that was kind of bad, but I think by like Tuesday, like I was getting a little like sick from the food somehow, to where that I just really didn't eat breakfast the rest of the week. So I don't know, yeah, because it kind of like messed up my stomach. Like I got like really more like a food poisoning possibility, sickness, because I was getting like just my stomach was so jacked up from that. So I don't know if it was maybe the eggs that was bad or the potatoes, but that for that week. So for week 7 it was that. So my breakfast wasn't all that great because I barely ate much that whole week because of that for breakfast. Lunch was kind of short too, so I've been pretty much sticking with the basmati rice for lunch like every week, and I haven't gotten tired of it. So it's been pretty much the basmati rice with either with the peas and carrots, frozen peas and carrots, or switching it up with either as chicken or steak. And then so for week 7, I believe it was the basmati rice with peas, carrots, and grilled chicken. And then for dinner, for that week it was sweet potatoes and steak. What I've noticed though is with potatoes in general, either regular or sweet potatoes, kind of helps like to stay full. But every now and then, if I like in between or even after dinner, if I have a little bit of like hunger, I'll end up eating like an apple with just got the slices with some peanut butter, and that takes care of that. So that was pretty much week 7. Week 8, I did switch to breakfast burritos, which was scrambled eggs, diced potatoes, and it was ground beef. And then with the lunch, I kept it with basmati rice the peas and carrots, and this time I switched to steak. And then for dinner the week it was protein pasta. But instead of the penne, I actually did the protein pasta, like spaghetti of it with ground beef as well. So that was pretty much week 7. Week 8. Week 9, kept it light with scrambled eggs and with turkey bacon. Just because I was kind of like, because my stomach was still kind of like recovering from the week 7 of, so I went like push it. So I kept it light with just scrambled eggs and the turkey bacon. Lunch was the basmati rice again with chicken this time. And for dinner, try to remember what I did. The one thing I should have probably done was kind of like wrote it down. I know it was protein. I just kept it with protein pasta, but no meat or nothing. It was just protein pasta with like the marinara sauce. Week 9, I went back to hash browns, but this time I actually did the shredded hash browns with scrambled eggs. I kind of stayed away from doing the whole bacon and chicken for now, because I don't know if that played a part of it, like during week 7 or I don't know, but I just kept it to just scrambled eggs, hash brown patties, and some sausage. And then also again, what I did was for lunch I switched it around. I did some protein pasta for lunch, and I did steak with rice and broccoli for that week. Like I said, rice has been the constant thing I've been sticking with throughout the whole so far. Well, going on 10 weeks now. And I gotta say, for basmati rice, normally when you cook, and I don't know, maybe just because of the type of rice it is, but like you just cook like regular normal rice, like by like the 2nd or 3rd day, it's kind of like doesn't taste all that great. But for basmati rice, like cold or even when you warm it up, it's actually still pretty good. But what I've been doing though is not just keeping it plain old rice. I've been putting like bouillon for like some flavoring. So this week, pretty much, I did oatmeal this whole week with protein powder and some berries. So that was pretty much my breakfast all week. And then, because the weather was nice last week, I was able to pretty much grill all my meat. So I grilled a chicken breast, which I did that with the basmati rice, peas and carrots, and then I also did rice with steak for dinner. So that was pretty much it. It's easy, it's convenient for me to just whip up, where I can just make a big pot full and just once cup scoop it for every container. Because right now I'm just trying to make meal prep where it's easy and convenient to do, and where it's not gonna take a lot of time, because during the weekends, we're doing stuff with our son. We got stuff going on, and then now that the weather's been kind of like nice, now I'm starting to do the yard work and all that. So that's pretty much been where I'm at with that. Now with the coffee situation, so if you recall, like the first couple of weeks, I was kind of like getting to the point where I was like, I don't think really, I'm kind of like drifting away from coffee. So I learned that from being in Florida when we were on vacation, that having espresso was actually my go-to now here. So you just do 2 shots of espresso, and that kind of like takes care of my coffee craving. And I'll put a little bit of like some, sugar-free creamer, just a little bit of it. So I picked up this past week. It's called Natural Bliss. zero sugar creamer, and that's actually been good. And then like I kind of like now, I think like this past weekend, I've actually drank normal coffee, but I don't drink a full cup of it anymore. It's more maybe about half of a cup of coffee, and I think that kind of like just takes care of the coffee crave. So now I kind of switch, like during the week I'll have like after dinner I'll have some espresso, and then now like on the weekends I'll have maybe just a half a cup of coffee. So it's been working out. It's been working out pretty well so far. And water, I've been dabbling with different types of like spring water. Like our fridge has we have purified water through the fridge and all that, but I kind of take more of a liking to the spring water than I do purified water. I mean, it's a big difference in taste. To me, I believe spring water tastes a lot more cleaner. So I've been sticking with really drinking, I believe it's called Glacier, and then recently Mountain Valley spring water, which is really good. I mistakenly a week ago bought sparkling water of it, and sparkling water I'm not a fan of at all for anything. So this past week I bought a case of regular Mountain Valley spring water, and it's actually really good. But yeah, like so we're in 10 weeks in now, and I've been surprisingly really good. No cravings for any junk food. There are times where like my son will offer me some chips and stuff, and I've actually said no thank you. I don't really have, and it's because he'll actually have like a bag of Doritos, which is like my thing. Doritos are my thing. But I've been good, controlling wise. I feel really good. I can tell like now, like my whole goal for this wasn't to like lose weight. I mean, if I lose weight, that happens and then it's going great, but it's just more of like actually feeling better. Waking up, like I've been able to wake up, not sluggish, not dragging, which is good. Before I noticed, I think too a big part has been not eating late night anymore either. Like 8 o'clock is the cutoff, no matter weekends, weekdays, weekends, no matter what. 8 o'clock, nothing after that. So anything that I want to eat, I try to get in before 8 o'clock. Like even on the weekends when I do my streaming on Saturday nights at like 9, it's just water. I mean, if you've watched any of my streaming stuff, when I'm gaming and stuff, I just have my water, no snacks at all. Even if it's supposed to be a healthy snack, I'm trying to clear out the eating after 8 o'clock as much as I can. And it's been good. It's been okay so far. And I think now I've just been incorporating some snacking here and there, like Archer's beef jerkies, which I've been watching videos say is like a really good, healthy choice of like beef jerky. So if I come across and find a bag of like whatever, 10 of them, whatever it is on sale, I'll grab it, whatever. Now I usually have one maybe when I get home from work before I have dinner, or while I'm like warming up dinner. And then two, a good thing I've actually been doing for a filler, if aside from apples and peanut butter, is a banana. I've found out that eating a banana actually will fill me up pretty well, to where if for some reason after a dinner I still have a little bit of hunger, I'll eat a banana and I'm good. So, and on the weekends for breakfast, pretty much every weekend now, it's been protein waffles for me. I'll make for Christian. I'll make, and yeah, he's actually been eating protein waffles too. But then again, too, it's probably because I've been using the Disney waffle maker. So he's been making his own McGriddle, where I'll make him a couple of waffles. He'll take this hash brown and this sausage and put it in between the protein waffle and actually eat it, which is actually good because he was kind of like really not fond of pancakes or waffles before. So I don't know, because you know it's a Disney waffle maker and it's got the Disney characters on there. Or maybe he actually might have seen me do it one time where I took the waffles and put a hash brown and some sausage links in between and some bacon strips and made like a sandwich. That was kind of cool. Either or, he's actually eating it too, and it's great. And then I think so. As of this morning, I actually had sometimes I have oatmeal. Like today, I had oatmeal protein. I don't remember the name of might be Kodiak. I think protein oats. So I got that, and the same thing as far as like pancake waffle mix. But I had today the protein oats with a whole banana, slice it up, put it in there, and that was pretty much my breakfast with my coffee. I've been noticing too, I think now my stomach's kind of accustomed to the eating style and the amount to where like even if we go somewhere, like for instance, we went out to after Christian's we had a taekwondo competition. We went to dinner afterwards, and it was like a bar, tavern, eatery place. And I actually had I had nachos, a full plate of nachos with chicken, fried chicken, had chili, and then lettuce, tomato, jalapenos. And I believe the chips were like gluten-free. And that's another thing too, is like gluten-free it's a big difference. Like when you actually eat something that's gluten-free than something that has gluten in it. Like anything I've been eating that's gluten-free, don't feel bloated, don't feel like super full and all that. So it's a big difference. Like I think even after the 52 weeks, from here on out, anything I eat, I'll probably stay away from bread as much as possible. But if I have to eat something that's got bread, whatever it is, I'll probably make sure it's gluten free. Tortillas that I make, like for the burritos, gluten free, and that's a big difference too. Because if you like use like a regular flour tortilla, like you can kind of like you feel like bloated and stuff and all that. But yeah. So 10 weeks in, I feel really good. Energy's always like up, getting up for bed every morning at 5 for work, not struggling. So my body's been reacting so far so good to the 10 weeks of doing this. So like I said, so the next video after this one will be the 13th week mark, and that's where we'll kind of like show you, because I took a picture front and side of what I looked like before I started doing the clean eating. So we'll see where we're at 13 weeks. But like I said, I am not like, the goal isn't to lose weight. That's not the goal. If I lose weight during the process, great. But I did weigh myself before I started just to see what the weight was, so in case I check what the weight is as we go along. So when I actually first started, before I started, I weighed myself, it was 234. That's where I was at. So I guess, come week 13, at the quarter mark, we'll weigh and see how, just what the weight is. But like my stomach feels a little flatter. Like I don't feel like even my wife says, she can tell. Probably my face too, and like my neck and all that, whatever. I don't feel or look maybe as bloated. But it's been I think as the summer comes around and the hot weather and like what I guess what I'm glad about the summer part is a lot of the meat I can grill it. So no frying. There's no frying or air frying. I can actually cook all my meals on my grill, on my charcoal grill. So it'd actually be a lot easier because I can kind of like cook everything all at once instead of like cooking one thing here and I wait, take it off, and clean the pan and whatever. So that'll be good. And plus, now that summer's here, I can actually start incorporating ribs because I have a smoker, so I can actually smoke ribs. So where maybe actually I can smoke a few ribs and have that for like a whole week of dinner. So that actually, it's like the right time for it to come around, so I can kind of start rotating that into what's going on. So as we're going to begin week 11, what I got planned for this week. So when it comes to week 13, I can kind of remember remember what I started off with. So week 11, for breakfast, I'm gonna be incorporating. It's gonna be scrambled eggs, and I did it once. I baked it with real good chicken strips, but I'm not gonna bake the eggs. I'm just gonna make scrambled eggs and just cook the real good chicken and just put it together in a container. Real good chicken is really good. It's like really good. It's got a lot of protein, which is good. That's one thing I've been trying to make sure is whatever I'm eating has like a lot of protein. Like when I actually eat my oats for breakfast, I put a scoop of protein powder. So the scoop itself's got 25 grams of protein, along with what the oats has, which I think it's about 15 grams of protein. So you're looking at about 40 grams of protein just from that. So consuming a lot of protein has been a goal of what I've eaten. So like when with the basmati rice, like with the chicken breast, I put like a lot of chicken breast with each dish for each meal. Like the steaks, I try to cut as much. I leave some fat on there, but I try to cut as much of it also. It's not so fatty. Because there else, I've heard like seen videos of like, having some fat in your clean eating is actually good for you. As far as like the fruits, it's been apples, bananas, and berries. It'll be strawberries, blueberries, some raspberries, but it's been mostly blueberries and strawberries. Another thing that's going to benefit me this summer is because I have a raspberry tree and a blueberry tree, so hopefully I can actually get some actually naturally fresh raspberries and blueberries off of my raspberry and blueberry bushes. So yeah, other than that, things have been good. Like, what's gonna happen is come after week 13 is putting in to find that, not find it, but try to ease that time or schedule to where I can fit the workouts in. And the workouts are gonna be kind of like small in the beginning. It's been like 8-9 years since I've actually done like weight training and stuff. I mean, it's a little flabby underneath the armpit, but it's been like a while. So I'm at that age where I don't want to kind of like push it too hard, too fast, and then all of a sudden like pull something or do something, tear something or anything like that. So the first week or couple of weeks, it'll probably gradually more like beginners type stuff, like versus like I know for push-ups I could probably do maybe 10 good strong ones, but I actually might have to like start maybe doing the ones on the knees just to kind of like build that strength up, and because you don't want to all of a sudden go full blown and all of a sudden you like get really sore or you pull something or anything like that. So start realizing that as I get to that age now, it's not like if I was in my 20s and I could just go crazy and go nuts working out and all that. So you're in an age range where it's like you gotta gradually build yourself back up. And even when my body gets to that point where she said I still can't go like real crazy and like when it comes to working out, because just where my body is at that age now. So but yeah, so those of you who have been watching these videos and all my other videos and been following me on the channel, I thank you. I appreciate you for your support. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe if you haven't. Spread the word. Even if you use my videos as background noise, I'm not gonna be mad at you. I'm not that person that's gonna have all the time in the world to do all this content creating. I'm a realist. I'm a dad, I'm a husband. I mean, I got a 9-to-5 job, so, and I know my videos probably don't look all that fancy and all that. I mean, I do what I can because of my time, so I don't, even sometimes my thumbnails are kind of cheap and generic, but I mean, maybe one of these days I can I try, whenever I have free time, I try to put as much into like even editing. Like editing takes a lot of time. You know, when I do like a whole week's, like a week of, like say like for instance like a week 5, whatever, like I record a lot, but just all the editing takes a lot of time just to make it into like a 25-30 minute video. So, and it's kind of because like it's not like I could just spend a whole day doing it. So like I take a little bit, a couple of hours a day if I can to do it. So I mean it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, you know, so hey, if you don't like my videos or you find them boring, it's all right. I'm not gonna be mad at you. But if you are watching my videos, I totally appreciate your support and watching my videos. And if there's actually any chance, by any chance, like you have some ideas of what you would like to see me do a video of, aside from this eating, I don't even want to call it eating challenge, it's just eating clean for 52 weeks, just to see if I can do it. Because I know as I go along, there's going to come some challenges. You know, come summertime, and I'm going to be working outside and it's hot. We don't want to have taste for a beer. What do you do? What do I do when it comes to, you know what I'm saying? Or when it gets closer to the holidays, like all the stuff that I used to eat at holidays, all the junk food and all the cakes and desserts and all that kind of stuff. What's gonna happen during that time? You know, maybe right now but maybe actually by then my body, I can like control it. I could be all okay with just saying, you know, eating certain things that's okay to eat. And so we're only 10 weeks into this, 10 weeks down, 42 weeks to go. Well, once again, I appreciate everybody that's been, you know, all of you that have been watching this. And I will talk to you guys in week 13, where we kind of like do a little unveiling of what I look like after the first 13 weeks. So, all right, see you guys. Thanks for watching.